Yeah, a little lady abandoned on a lonely island. Yeah, a little lady abandoned on a lonely island. At first I thought that place was my very own castle. Naturally, I became the princess of the island, a tragic heroine, the only daughter of an emperor who passed away far too early. And so I lived for decades. Everything seemed to exist for me. Even when I ate, someone always cared for me. Even when I put on my shoes, someone bowed their head to help me wear them. When I walked outside, there was always a great umbrella shielding me from the sunlight. Even when I complained and threw tantrums over meals, someone was there to comfort me. Without knowing fear, without knowing loneliness, believing it was all only natural. But then, what is this? A little lady abandoned on a remote island. That place was not a castle, but a prison. Whether the tragic heroine filmed episode 1 or episode 10, every movie must eventually end. And within my never-ending story, I finally came to know reality. None of it was ever for me. The bowl thrown toward me at mealtime, that was not care, but neglect. The bowed head beside my shoes was not kindness, but a kind of handcuff meant to bind me. The umbrella that hid my light while I walked outside was merely a screen to keep others from seeing me. And the one who comforted me during my childish cries was only anxious that my sobbing might escape beyond the walls. A cruel villain all along. Without knowing fear, without knowing loneliness, believing it was all natural. As decades passed by, pretending nothing was wrong, I simply kept living on. Now my eyes are fixed on somewhere else, but I no longer have the strength to swim away from that island. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? After suffering for days, I opened my eyes and saw my own hands rowing across the endless sea. The oar was finally in my hands, and the little lady was no longer a princess. No longer the princess of a castle. Rough muscles tightened with strength, and within each desperate stroke of my hands lived decades of sorrow and hardship. The sin of turning away from fear, the sin of turning away from loneliness, the sin of believing it was all natural. The oar is now in my hands, and the little lady is no longer little anymore. No longer the princess of a movie, no longer the princess of a movie. The me who ignored fear, the me who ignored loneliness, the me who accepted everything as natural. I will pay for those sins like this and earn the freedom to stand on my own 2 feet. Toward the mainland I go, with pale white hair flowing in the wind. Freedom, come to me at last.